Ooh. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's called? I'm not gonna lie. I went running today, and when I say like I went to Iroquois Park, but it was in nighttime when I went this time. I was like, I'm going when I go running. I'm not going to. I'm gonna make it around there because I was like, man, because last time like I usually talk myself out of like going running and everything, but I'm trying to learn discipline. Where like yeah, to be disciplined and obedient and grateful. So I'm up here like, all right. So the night before, I just gave my basically I sent my money. I just sent my money to help and everything. I try to spread and everything. But after I did that, I dumped it out because I felt like in my mind, if you opened the door and looked at me, you would have been like, huh, it's just this. And then, but inside and like in my mind, it felt like I was getting tortured by two demons. Well, not, yeah, two demons, two chains and everything. It was awful. And then I surrendered it to Yeshua. And then everything went away. I'm talking about all the agony after I went to sleep and woke up. It was like, it was no arguing going in my mind. It was like, no, let me make sure I get the camera. But it was like, it was nothing going on. It was like, everything, it felt peace. I felt peace at that point. So I got up and I said, I'm going to do some productive with my day. And I went like, I went on the walk to Iroquois Park. It was like first I think it was like around 9 when I got there because I walked all the way over there. I got like 10 o'clock, 9 or 10, about to hit 10, and then I said, all right, I'm about to go start running. I went and do like about to start running. That's when I was like, oh, my stomach started hurting. I was like, and it's no like I just found out today, like at the top of the hill, Maker down, like it's a porta potty down there, but I wouldn't have made it. I would have not made it. So that's when I went like, I called my mom because I didn't have no money at this point. I called my mom and I asked her like, can you bless me with some money to get to Kroger to use the bathroom and then back and everything. She said, yes, just hold on. And I was like, thank you, God. And then what's called, because when you like in them situations, it's like you just like, because some people, I actually talked to a couple people, they just don't use the bathroom just anywhere. Bro, hey, welcome to the stream, bro. I'm not gonna lie, you probably joined. He said they just don't use the bathroom anywhere. I was talking about because I was broke, but after so when I called my mom though, I said, yeah, can you bless me? I said it polite and everything. I was like, can you bless me with some money to get down the street to Kroger and back in here? I was gonna walk it, but I was like, I felt the heat was coming on and everything, and my mouth was just moving at this time. But she did come through with the money and everything. So I used it, came back, and then what's it called? I started like it cause around the park it's like a 3 mile run and something. So I was like, in my head I got what I learned today when I ran into my brother up there. He was telling me like, you gotta not look at it as a chore or anything. Like you can't talk yourself out of it. Because me, I'd be like, I don't know, I don't feel like it no more. And I was like, I talked myself out of it. I'd be like, nah. So I start running. I stretched first, and then I start running. And when I start running, I was actually surprised how much. The main thing I gotta like really focus on is like pacing myself, like not like zooming out. Because when I zoom out, like when somebody run a marathon and they if it's their first time, they say, yeah, I'm gonna just zoom, and they zoom out and everybody doing the light jaw and everything, and they are here like they can't even make it like halfway after that. And in high school, I remember I joined the track team because in my head I was like, oh man, because I was first doing baseball, and when we my bad, when we ran like up and down the like the school, they had the hallways on everything all the way down. There was some long hallways sometimes, but all the way down and back and everything. So I used to do that and everything. I did that, and my Mr. Shoemate, he was a great teacher. But he was like, you know what? You really fast, Michael. You should, get into track. I'm not even gonna lie. If I would have got into track when I first ninth grade year, man, I can't change the past, but hey, my stamina would have been like Goku. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I was still shy in that. When you get into high school, you still trying to find yourself, and you still trying to be yourself and everything. But at that point, I was like, so I got in, I started doing the track thing. I was like, they already in the thing, asked me and everything. They was like, all right, yeah, you do it. And when I got in over there, I was like, I remember this one game I went to, I stopped running after a while because I used to go track meet, for just even this dude I knew, he was like, "Why you gonna run today? You gonna run today?" and everything. I was like, "Yeah." And then when it get down to it, I was like sitting on a bench and everything, not doing it. I don't want go through that no more. But at the same time, when the first game I ran in, it was like I was trying to get them to let me do the 100 dash, just halfway across. I said I can sprint on fast, and then my length and everything, that's what I'm trying to do. But they was like, nah, I got something even better for you. They said you're gonna go around this whole track, the 400. You're gonna go around the whole track. It's no baton or everything. So I was in front, and I heard the comments in my ears, and everything. People on the fence and everything. They said, "Oh man, he's tall. He about to smoke all of them. He about to finish all of them." I got down in the pose, but in my head I said, "But they really don't know. I'm not about it because I just started my stamina, and I wasn't strong into believing myself at that time either. So I'm up here basically judging a book on each other. They're here, oh my God, this man is about to clear a house, and everybody's right beside me, lined up. And these people, I don't even know them. They just talking. They just like, dang, you see how tall he is? He's about to light them up. We start running, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It was like, and then when I start everybody sped. I came in dead last. Everybody. That's when I was coming. I was trying to make my stomach. It was hurting and everything. and the people in the stands, they was like, oh, dang. I was still running, but asked me. They was like, the best thing. He never wants you to stop. Never stop in the run. When we're doing that, never stop and walk. So I wanted to stop and walk, but I kept on going. But I did not finish first and everything. So I was like, I don't know. I was just like, man, I just kept it moving. But so back to the Iroquois thing. I started, I was walking a little bit, and then I started running. So for the whole thing, I was walking. Not really. I was mainly walking, jogging. When I catch my breath, I go back to jogging. But when I first started, half of it, I was going, and I was trying to find that pace and everything, because when I find that pace, it's good and everything. So when I was doing that, and I made it pretty far where before I got to, it was long and everything, but I made it far, kind of a quarter to the middle. You got 5. I made it on the edge of that, before you get to the middle of the park and everything. So I was like, man, yeah, I stopped, but when I catch my breath and everything. So when we got it was just me at this time, and I was running and stopping, walking, and running and stopping, walking. And then when I got to the hill part where it go up in a circle up to the top of the hill, this is what I basically did. I looked at it and I saw my brother's car. I went like, no way. I called my mom. I was saying, hey, did he call you yet? It show you the view, because it's a view like at the top of the hill where you can see the whole city and everything. And my mom was like, nah, he haven't called me yet. Why? I was like, well, I saw his car over here, and I was I was in the neighborhood, and then he was like, I was like, you can walk up this long path, like going like up the hill. That's a long path and everything, or you can take this short path. It's like the steps, but you still gonna feel them hit your knees. Them steps not no joke. It's because that sun was beaming on me, and I was trying to go up, and I was like, man, them steps tore my legs up. But before I was going up there, the Holy Spirit, it was like when I was talking on the phone, the Holy Spirit was trying to tell me like, take that path and you can run into him faster. But I wasn't listening. I was trying to see. I was just trying to meet up at the end, everything. So after I found him, I just joined his run and everything. And when I joined his run, he basically backed down where the Holy Spirit said go that way, but I went this way. So I walked all the way down, because I tried to run it, and then I went like, ooh, because it's like that air just creep up, and I'm not gonna lie. Whew. All right, so I went back down, and when I ran, he was jogging and everything. So I was like, I was basically tagging along at his job, but I was learning as well while he was running, like, because you're not going to always have a person run with. So as I run, like the next time I go running, I want to know some stuff when I can make it around the thing, because my goal is to make it around there without stopping, like around the 3K run, the 3 miles run without stopping, and then doing the hill and then coming back down. Now that's a big goal, but I know I can. How I did today, I was like, I know I can do the next day. But when I started running with him, I ain't gonna lie, man, that, like, we was going and he was teaching me stuff, and then when we was going down, like, we was running, it was like walk, like I was doing there, but the pacing, I was trying to keep up pace and everything. I'm not gonna lie, we went around there around the 3K. I'm not gonna, my legs was torn up. I was like, man, I put respect on it, because like, I don't know what this is, but it started hurting. And then I think when we got down, like coming off the hill, and I went down with him, and I was like, that's when, you know, like in the fighting games like Dragon Ball Z and everything, and everybody fighting, but that's when your stamina break. You know, when your stamina break and you like in the midst of the fight and you gotta wait till your stamina thing come back. That right there, when I came around that corner, my stamina broke, and I was like, oh, I can't, my stomach hurt, because it went all the way up, man. It stopped right here. I was like, oh God. I pulled my shirt, and I put my shirt like in my mouth. I was just letting it, because I usually don't want nobody to see like my I don't like to show my chest or my stomach, but I was like, it was like, it felt like I got KO right now. So I'm up here like, it is what it is. People passing up, I didn't care. I was like, man, I looked like a dog with a bone in his mouth, but I was like, I'm gonna get this air on me. This wind gonna hit me. But yeah, I was like, when we went down there, and then we went around again, you know, jogging, stopping, everything. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was some exercise right there. That was some real deal exercise. Like, when I got off, like, not even off, when we went home, bro, I kid you not, my legs, my calf muscle, I could not feel them. And then my arms, like, running, like, back and forth, boy, them things wanted to go down like some noodles. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, bro, that was some different level type of stuff. That was real work. And he was telling, but he been doing it for like 3 months, and every day. But you can't think of it as a chore or everything. Like, you gotta get out there and you gotta do it. Gotta do it. Like today, I'm gonna be honest with you, because when I got home, I just like, I don't like saying it. I don't really like people seeing me buy the stuff. But I was like, I got some watermelon at home. I got cold water, but my mom was telling me cold water not really good for you. Room temperature water is better for you. And then I was like, I got like, I usually keep water on the side and some in there. But when I was drinking it, I said I can see it now because it felt good when it was going. But I was like, some room temperature water feel better than cold water. I don't know. I just tried it. You gotta try it out for yourself. Like, put some water in your refrigerator and then have your room temperature water, and then when you got it, you can see the difference for yourself. It feels kind of empty on the cold water part, and then room temperature water, it feel like more fill. It's like you really drinking water. But that, I was hot, so I grabbed me some like 2 bottles of cold water and some watermelon and some orange, like tangerine, and on jambalaya. After I got to the door and after I made the food and everything, I was KO. But I remember the lesson. He was like, you can't treat this as like no a chore or anything like that. This is something you like to do. This is something you're gonna have to do. I mean, like, to be honest, this is something I wasn't planning on streaming after that run. I'm not gonna lie, because I started at 10 and we got done around like, I say 1:15, almost about to go 2 o'clock. Straight run, like running and stopping, walking. But the last one we went around, we walked it, but it was a speed walk and a little bit of jog. I was like, yeah, it was like my legs was just it was knocking on on the top of my part, saying, Mr. Michael, I can't go on. But I was learning different things and everything. So, am I gonna go running tomorrow? I got work tomorrow, but I get off at 1:30. It's a chance I will go running, but what I did today, it's not a big chance on that. But I will do the walk, and run until I can build myself up to be able to do what I just did today, because that was like, it was that was like no other. I was just like, man, that was crazy, because I was telling him, yeah, that's the thing we just had done. I give you props, because that right there, it had me. When I came home, I mean, I just now woke up like not too long ago, and I scroll on TikTok. I'm trying to get away from distractions and everything, but I passed out. After I passed out, and then I was like, all right, the old Michael, he would have passed out, turned on the TV and watched some only got Prime right now, so Prime, Amazon Prime, and I just been KO after that, or watch something on YouTube. But this Michael said, nah, nah, you know what, I'm not even gonna cap to you, I'm not even gonna bull. It was the grace of Yeshua, Yahweh. They who got me up and be like, stream, go and do it and everything, because I didn't have the energy. But after I got up and I used the bathroom and got some oranges and everything, I had the energy to get on here and then share the story I had today and everything. And when people come up, I remember this one lady, I'm not gonna say her name or everything, but she at work and everything, it's that one person be like, how you doing, just like be on you for like random stuff, and it's the co-worker. I ran into her, and then I remember I did something, like when I went up there, I was like, I was with my dad and everything, and then I was like grabbing some resources he need for his business, So I was, after I got done doing something like that, and we were hauling it back to the truck, everything. She always get on me with the spills like, we've been calling you all day. You know, it be like the rambling stuff and everything. I'll be like on my phone, doing something, or I'm taking out trash or doing something. But it's not no bother. I'm not gonna lie. It's never no bother. Like, it used to make me mad, but at this point, I just think it's funny because the way how she come off, she just, and this is her normal self. So, how you doing there? And you know, I would be like, it just make me laugh. It just laughing. If I have a bad day, I'm out here and she come up to me and she hit me with that what's called. So I basically be like, you know what? I went like what's called. I saw her on her phone. She was on her phone, like she was supposed to get some carts on the side, but you know how you stand, like the camera's pointing this way. And don't get me wrong, they updated the cameras out there. Because I was looking at it, I said, they always got some broken stuff in the back, but they updated them cameras. Them cameras outside looking sharp. And I see them from the camera, when I take out trash and everything, I see them from like the camera room and everything. I said, hold up. That old camera went all the way down there at that point. And I was like, I was thinking back, like when a long time ago when I first got on at Kroger, I used to, you know, we was all in them places one time and everything. But I used to go with one of my friends in his car, and we just slack off. I mean, it'd be like no carts or everything, and we just be in his car chilling. But he parked all the way at the end right here on the side. But when I think back to it, and then sometimes with my new friends, they don't work there no more, but we used to chill right over there. But that's when I noticed. I was like, hold up, when they said they didn't know where we was, they actually knew where we was. I was like, nah, bruh, nah. And then so I just left it alone. But when she was standing there on her phone like that, everything, it's an older woman too. So I went over there, and I went, like, after I put the carts away, I pushed the cart to her. I said something like, come on, you can't be doing this. You got to get these carts. Like when she be doing me, I hit her with you got to get these carts. Come on now, y'all gonna be out of carts. You got to get this stuff, bro. I swear to God, she looked at me like, hey. Don't. She said something. She said like something about some spills and everything, and she was like, she did not appreciate that. She was like, oh, what's it called? She said something like, you work tomorrow? Wait, how she be saying, you work tomorrow? She was like, it was so funny. But I think the funniest moment I had with her, because I say something like, because, bruh, when I say what I did she said something to me about it, because I be saying like damn, bro, we're gonna call her Linda. She was like she was saying something like, bro, she said something to me about something, and then I said, hey Linda, how long are you working today? Because I always get like these shifts and be like, you know how you ever worked at a job and what's called, it be like the older people, they get these shifts where it be like they don't work nothing past 3 o'clock. They never work nothing past 3 o'clock. So 9 to 5, that's what you working, but 9 to 1, that's what they working. I'm out here like, y'all always get the good shifts, and y'all be here every day and everything. Y'all get the good shifts. I hate working 8. Now I remember one time they hit me with an actual 9 to 5 up on the front end. I was like, bruh, y'all really hit me with a 9 to 5. But my friend switched me. He said he came out of nowhere, the grace of God. He switched me on that day. He was like, utilities. It was 7 to 1:30. No, it was 7 to 3. It was 2 8-hour shifts. It was just different positions. I said, thank you, bro, because I did not want to be up 9 to 5 up on the front end, bro. I literally I know I was gonna get put to work. Dirt, they are here and they gonna hit me with the make sure no earbuds in my ear. They was like for real. Because like, all right, I'm slowing down on listening to like actually on like hip hop and everything. I know I do like rap and everything. So, but if I hear a good beat and everything, I practice over it and everything. But I'm trying to cut out from listening to the music on just actual music. Sometimes it gotta be like some beats and everything. Beats, I can listen to some beats or something like that. But like people like rapping on it and everything, because they do too many stuff behind the scene and be messing it. It's like somebody playing you a song and you'll hear okay, you jamming to it. But some songs always got somebody like they playing it, but somebody like hacking on your brain and programming your brain to think in a different way. So it's a whole little thing. But what's called, I didn't really get on this like this because Yeshua, they was cracking down on it. They was like, that music stuff got to go. No, that got to go. It was, and I already know it was program. I knew what it was doing. It was like when I put it in there, like for like the Holy Spirit, you supposed to like obey the Holy Spirit. But when I put on like some rap music, Thugger, Future, any of them on everything, I knew I was drowning out the voice of what's called the Holy Spirit and everything. Because I noticed like a long time ago, I was like, so when I listen to like rap songs and everything, I noticed the voice of like the Holy Spirit in them, they disappear and everything. And then but the after effect for it, like after you listen to it, you know how you singing it in your head, but you're here trying to hit the power switch to go off and everything. You're here like, turn it off. Hey, I'm trying to sleep. And it just keep on playing in loop, back and everything. It's like it teeters and everything. But Yeshua, Yahweh, they get rid of it, but you gotta stop, keep on going back to it. That's what I had a problem with, keep on going back to it and everything. But it is some good songs out there. You just gotta be careful when you listen to it. But alright, I think the funniest moment I said to Linda, I asked her something like, well, because she came in a little bit later like she usually do, because she get here at 9, but she came in a little bit later than 9. And I was like, when we ran into, because she was trying to walk past me and everything, you know how you walk past and not trying to make nothing. I was like, hey, how you doing? I noticed you came in a little bit later than usual, but I was like, how you doing? You doing good? Yeah, that's good. That's really good. How long you here to? And everything. How long you here? It was called. Oh God! I almost pulled a muscle. Oh my God, bro! I need some salt, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I would have pulled this muscle, this chair would have flew out, and I would. You know how you hit your head on a bed? I wouldn't care at this point. I was. Somebody bring me some salt. But I'm gonna leave it stressed out for a minute. But what's it called? So after I said something like, because we always say like how long you here to and everything, and she'd be here till 1:00 p.m. and everything. I'll be like, man, that's love right there. And everything. I hate when they hit me with an 8-hour shift, and when they give me like 3 days of off days and everything, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I be like, everybody be like, because when I first got on at Kroger, I'm not gonna lie, I was on the front end. I was doing it. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing it. And then after a while, I was like, because I used to tell everybody else who around me, the younger, you know, like the high schools and everything, bro. I told them, bro, I was like, you gotta get this money. We gotta get this money. It ain't nothing else between it. They out here like, dang, okay, Michael, alright. I'm out here like, I gotta get this money. And one of them said, so once you come and work on Saturday, I said, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I already got like they said, what about get this money? I said, I get this money any day of the week, but not Saturday, because I made my stuff when I first got on. Because Sabbath day is rest day and everything. If I do gotta work on that day, it's like 6 a.m. to 12 but after it hit like 12, that's my cutoff. That's a 4-hour sits. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, they won't give me no 6 o'clock. They give me a 7. But to 12, that's it. That's a ballparker out. But what's it called? When I was talking to Lynn, she said something like, she was trying to rush past me, and she said, what she say? She said, I can't, like, she was saying something. I didn't even care what she was saying for real. When she knew what I wanted to hear from her lips. I said something like, so how long you here to? I saw in her face. She like, oh my God. She said I'm here till 4 p.m. Now this one. All right, it's like some friendly jabs and everything, what we do and everything. But what's it called? When I say from that point and when she got because I was like always on the front there, I said, man, we got to get Linda like to work 4 p.m.s and everything. She need to be working 4. I was trying to throw it out in the world while she was up here, because when she come up here and be asking me like, you know, they was calling you on the thing with a spill and everything. I know she's trying to help. She was just trying to help in her own way and everything. But when she kept on hitting me with that, I said, all right, let's play this game. And I said, man, give Linda these 4 p.m. I be saying it to the supervisor and everything. Give her some 4 p.m. shifts and everything. Give her 5 o'clock. You know, we haven't got to the closing thing. Because if I ever hear her say I'm closing or like I'm working till 8 p.m. Because when she told me, I went like, damn. I said that right there in front of, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that was the funniest stuff I ever. And it's when she hit me, she said, oh, it's not funny. That's not funny. I said, bro, you can join the club. We both working 4 p.m. And that day I was like, she's asked me, she tried to switch the thing, like, she out here, I'm talking about, she was like, you know how you work at a late shift and you trying to get it off of you and everything. After I said, damn, you know, like Kevin Hart did, it slipped out my mouth too. And, well, I didn't, it just came out my mouth. But, what's it called? After she told me that, I said, you know, she said, yeah, it's not funny. And then, what's it called? Oh my God, bro. I sound like I'm everywhere, but it was so funny. I was just saying, like, she asked me for my time when I get off. I think I told her I got off around like 1:30. Bro, the feeling of that, I was like, the feeling. So when that's I be talking to her and everything, but she do be helping out and everything, telling me like spill on where if a spill is, because I don't really be carrying my radio. They be calling on me on my radio. I'm not gonna lie, when they call me on my radio, like I don't like to even grab radios because they call me so much on there. Like when they know I got a radio on me, they be like, you know that one song, Kiss Me Through the Phone. They be up there. That's how they be on that radio. Michael. I be like, oh my, it's early in the morning. And they be like, can you sweep outside? I'm out here in the middle of the bathroom with that like blue machine. It's a deep clean. And it's like you get it's like a water gun. And you got like soap and butter. It's everywhere. I'm out here trying to knock the bathrooms out. Like I'm trying to get it out for I don't have to do it later. But they went on the radio. They Michael, and if I don't answer, they Michael Connor, you got a radio? And sometimes I be like turning the knobs where I can't hear them, or turning it off, or I even have it on. I be like, I don't want to do it today. I'm not. Because they just like kiss me through the phone. And I'm out here like, bro, let's not do this today. Let's not be that today. It's too early in the morning. That's why I'm up here. Like, I remember, it was a salesperson for Spectrum. He was saying like he saw me walking, but I was just looking like, because I can't look happy if I'm talking. Like, I don't like if I'm talking to somebody. Or it was this dude who used to work there, and he was funny on everything. I started talking to him and everything, and we were joking and everything. And then I remember the higher top manager, he came walking down the aisles. You know how you walk down the aisles looking at everything, bro. He saw me. We made eye contact. Dude, he's doing his job. He's stocking, and we made eye contact. And then I try to look away and everything, and like moving things. And that's when he looked at me. And I said, "Hey, have you ever tried this rice?" I didn't even know what type of No, it wasn't rice, but I didn't even know what it was. But I was like, "You ever tried this?" That's when he turned red and he started laughing. He said, "No." And he said, "What is that?" I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude down there laughing. He laughing from the side. And I did not know what this was, everything. He said, "Do you got some floors like you need something, do you be cleaning or something?" And then I was like, "Oh, why?" Because I shouldn't grab like a broom and a dustpan and then had it right by me. So like say they looking down the aisles and everything, I'm sweeping. It's just a long process. I want to make sure I'm getting every detail, I want to make sure I'm getting every detail, every crack corner of what here. I know it's like I'm just sweeping down this aisle and taking a long time, and he just right here at right now. But right now, I'm just telling you, I'm sweeping. I know it don't look like I'm sweeping, but I'm sweeping. But that was a life little thing, and that was like, man. But yeah, back to the thing with the he asked me like, why you look like you, man, you been through some stuff. And I was like, well, it was like a regular conversation, but at the end of it, you wouldn't even I wouldn't even thought he would say something like this. But this is where it took off. I said, well, I didn't, with like good energy and everything, I talked to him and everything. I was like, well, if I go around smiling and everything, like I hear like showing I having a good time at work, I would start what's called, they would like notice me. They would notice me more. I fly under the radar at work, and I don't like my presence in there. They know I'm in there. I give off a good presence. Like it could say like you supposed to sign your name on this board on saying you're here, or when you take your break. I don't take breaks. I take breaks, but I don't take breaks, if you get my drift. That's all we're gonna say on that topic. But what's called so I was like, sign your name and everything, and I was like, nah, I ain't sign my name. And then she was like, she said, because she was like, you gonna sign your name? I was like, nah, y'all know when I'm here. Y'all know my presence when I get in here. I ain't signing that. I don't have to. Y'all know when I'm in here. I don't make a lot of noise. I be trying to get in and get out, bruh, I swear. So when I was telling that Spectrum dude, I was like, yeah, I don't show like I'm happy or sad at this point. I just be like, okay, like have respect, like will do and everything, just trying to get through. But only reason why, because they see you happy, you're having a fun time, they going drop what they doing over here, like, and then it's like a beam of light on you on pulling out. Now I'm not saying it's like you can do this, but it's like I still show the light to people, but I do it like in a way where I'm not going to have this the big boss or the minions of his own team come down and say, Michael Connor, are you on this radio? Yeah, I'm not about to have that. I'm working like 8-hour shift and everything. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. And then what's called, so I was telling him, it's like, yeah, you just keep your face calm and everything. You don't look like you're having fun, because that's when they gonna come and everything, and they going basically dim your light and everything. They see you having like, okay, this he having fun, motion and everything, out here laughing, giggling, talking to people, and still doing his job at the same time. We don't like that right there. So I basically, after I told him something like that, and then he said, dang, but the way I said it, I didn't say it like how I'm saying it to you. I'm saying it with a little bit more energy, but I just said it calm, regular and everything. Like, because when I talk regular, that's why I don't even talk to females in Kroger's. Like, don't get me wrong, it be beautiful women out there, but I don't talk to them because I know how people, they see me, and then they see because I seen it happen. What's called, and then they start shooting their shot and everything, and it just be like going back and forth. I'm out here like, I don't have time to fight over this and everything. If you want her, you want her. Now sometimes you need to fight for your battles and everything. If that's your companion, whatever and everything, you fight for your companion. Like, if that your guy, like God said, that's your woman and everything. Yeah, and yeah. But at the same time, yeah, I was telling him this stuff, and I was telling him like in a calm way, but I was like making eye contact, and I was like, yeah, what's called, just like, you doing your work, but don't have like no like, because they gonna look at you, and they gonna, whatever this person who they were talking to, they gonna lock in on you, and they gonna come to you to just ruin your day, or to make it harder and make you basically dim your light and everything. So I was here like, I show compassion, I show my light when needed to people, customers and everything, but at the same time, I just don't, like, I don't go around this like a beam on everything, because I know that beam of light, bro, I swear them demons coming to bite. That's what I say about that, because hey, bro. But after I told him, he said something like, that was so wise. Like, bro, I was like, I looked at him like, what? He said that was like some wise stuff, like some wise spiritual stuff here. But it could any conversation that could be like, people can take it in any type of form of way and everything. But I just never heard something like that. I was like, okay. And then I just walked away after that, because I was like, I don't even know how that's wise. Wise? I was just telling him the truth. How, because if you, it's like, it's good. Don't go in there drown. Just regular, like, yeah, polite and everything. But like for people, it's like, still show your light. Still show your to help people, still help people in during that stuff. Even if I went through bad days, and I still show life. And I noticed when I take out my earbuds more, what's called, people come up and talk to me. I try to pull up my dress, even with my dress down and everything. I flick on, people still come talk to me and everything, like customers and everything. And I be like, I still show them a piece of light and everything. I show them light and everything. But when it comes to the managers and everything, I show them a little bit of it. But if I start out the day just like shooting that bad boy around, they gonna be like, Michael, how they do it? Michael Connor, can you come over here and clean up this bill and everything? And I clean it up with a good attitude. They hit that, Michael Connor, can you come over here and hit that? Hey, you know what I'm talking about and everything. Michael Connor. And I'm up here like, bro, y'all pushing the walkie. Now I'm gonna stop answering this thing. Y'all can be on this bad boy calling for me, but I'm up here like, y'all not gonna bring me down. I'm out here changing the mop water and everything. I hear you on the walkie-talkie, but I make sure I want to start saying throw a cone over it. But now this was a crazy thing. It was this Spanish lady. This is why I'm going to try to learn how to take Spanish class like a little bit. I was able, almost my ears like almost got able to where I was able to understand it because I was practicing it so much. But I'm actually going to try to pick it back up and try to learn it more, where I can be able to speak it and hear it, because I want to be able to help them in any type of way, especially at the store, because I see how the people be treated. And she was just asking like for like she was using translator, and I was like, but that translator wasn't picking up everything I was saying. And then when she was looking, I said redo that thing over, remember, and I try to fix it in my head before I can say it on everything. I don't mind helping and everything, but she was like, she talk and everything. And then after that, I've been like, she was telling me she worked night shift at Kroger on somewhere else, but she only got paid like $13. And I was like, I was like, at Kroger, like saying it through there, I was like, Kroger here, they get paid like $17 on night shift and everything. I tried to switch on to night shift. I'm not gonna lie, I looked for a position and somebody they was already hiring the last person for night shift. I was like, but I didn't want to I said, can you let me know if he get it or he don't? And she was like, yeah. But in my head, I'm out here like, I'm not gonna wish on his downfall or anything. So like if he get it, he get it, and everything, just move on, keep on going. But I was like, man, yeah, I don't want to wish for nobody downfall. But at the same time, when she was saying like that, she was saying like she couldn't get no help because she didn't know English or anything. So I was like, in my head, I was like, man, I wish my friend was here, because he can speak Spanish and everything. But right now it's just me. So I'm out here like, I ain't gonna lie, my heart was like, I wanted to help her. I'm not gonna lie, I don't care. I usually waste time anyway. It's not no big surprise on the workforce. I got union, but on top of that, I know how to look. I was taking out the recycling bin. That's what they was calling me in there for. And then my supervisor, I had one headphone in, but it was nothing playing. She texted me and said, hey, get the recycling bins. I said, good luck, because they was calling me on the radio, on the speaker. And then I went out there and I got the thing. That's when we started talking with back and forth. So when she asked me, I was like, yeah, they get paid $17. And I mean, like, I was hoping she'd get a job here, only because like $13, nah, bro. Like at a time like when you get on here, it's good, but I want to see people elevate, especially Spanish people. I want to see everybody elevate. And it was an older woman. I was like, my heart was just leaning like, oh God, if I had the power, I'd give her a job at there. But but I knew the managers. They were sitting up there. They were sitting at the front end waiting for me to show up. But after she was telling me, we was going back and forth, I said, wait right here, you want me to go get him? But this is what I did. I don't like to speak on the radio, only if somebody call me on there. If not, I go find the manager, or I find them myself, or I get somebody else to go call them and see where they at. I'd be like, I hate when they say Michael coming, because they know I'm going to want something and everything. So I'd be like, just tell them, just ask for their location. I got a radio on me just in case on that person's be like, I walk out and they say my name, because I hear it and I'd be like, you one of them. But that's when I said something like, alright, I went back there and they say, yeah, where's your location? They said, alright, gas station. And they was like, I'd be like, and then that's when they said, alright, thank you. And I walk out to the gas station and I pop up like the boogeyman and everything. I be popping up out of nowhere, and then they be like, oh, some of them be looking like code green. I'll be like, I was waiting for that code green. Code green is like throwing your trash out and everything. I be on them about that. When I need something, I hunt them down in there. I be on them every time. I don't care what it is. Especially when I'm up here like somebody needs something and they been blowing me up off the radio. I promise you, when somebody a bender, I see them back there sitting down. You know how you relaxing and you just like you relaxing in the back. I remember a bender come. That's somebody who delivered some package to the store. He said, "Hey, do you know where this and this at? Are the managers at?" I said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "Follow me." And then I was like, I opened up the gates. It's like I pushed them doors back. I said, "He's right here." And everything, he's right here. And then he said, "Thank you." The manager, he looking at me like, like he looking at me like N-word. And I was like, found him. Alright, you take it easy. And I walk off and everything. And what's called, sometimes, because I be like, y'all gonna respect my pimping. But I'm just kidding. That's like some off the wall stuff but after I said something, I tried to call somebody on the radio. Bruh, because I'm out here doing it out of good heart and everything. I really want to see her win. I really did and everything. She couldn't speak English, but that's still not the point. At $13, it was good for a while, but she need, so I really wanted to see her. Because I was 17, bro. Get this much and everything. But when I called somebody on the radio, I said, "Hey, Randall, where are you?" And then he was like, I didn't hear no answer. I was like, I just put the phone. I'm not going out here screaming. I said, "All right, I know where they're at. You don't mind me going over there and get them?" And she was like, "Okay," and everything. So I went. I'm walking up front. I'm doing my walk and everything. And like sometimes I was up here like they looking at me like, "Look at this guy," and everything. I said, "Are y'all doing anything?" And they was like, "We was waiting for you. Doing this and that." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I need y'all help right here." And everything. And then I walking outside the door and everything. You know how they did it. They leaning back like, "Look at this guy." This. And I was like, after that, I said, "Yeah, can y'all come with me?" And everything, walking out here. And then when we got around the corner, boy turned red. And I was like, "Can y'all help me with this right here?" And I was like, that's when he looked at me. I looked at him. And I said, show him the translate. He can read. And showed him and I said, "Ask your questions and everything through their everything." And then but the way I wish I could speak Spanish fluently, bro. I really does it, cause like for real, I can just tell everything straight up, and I can be straight up with them about the stuff and everything. But they didn't have no jobs and everything. She couldn't speak no English or anything. But I was like, bro, the way how people treat people and everything, I noticed not the managers are, not all of them, but I just noticed like for the Kroger, how they treat people, especially people who can't speak English that good. Bruh, I don't like it for real. I don't like it for real. And that's why I'm up here like, nah, I gotta learn. It weighing on me more like to learn this language, and because I want to be able to help. Because if I get like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie, they talking, they up here like they doing, how they being up here like being snobby and everything. And I knew it and all that. I explained it to her, and then I look back at them. You ain't gonna stop me. I don't care what's called. I got your shield of God on my side. You ain't gonna stop me. What's called, if I can help, I help. You're not gonna stop me, especially if they acting snobby and like they up and uptight and everything, looking at you, looking at everything. Oh no, don't get me started. I put my hand in the middle of it. I look at them. I give them that face like, N-word, what up? You really want to get down with this and everything. That's why I be like, I try to keep out the way, but when people need help, I help them. But I ain't gonna let no people like at no sauce, at no type, high mighty and everything. I'll shoot the horse. GTA, in the leg, and for you to come down and see we can be the same eye level. I don't like that at all. I really don't. But yeah, I was like, after that, she gave me her phone number and everything, her name and everything. She said thank you and all of that whenever she need help. I told her about the supermarket over here, because she said she was probably gonna go to somewhere where they got a lot more people who speak Spanish and everything. I think she said Latino, but yeah, what's it called? She was like, I'm gonna go over there. I said, it's a supermarket. I pulled it on my phone, and it'd be like Spanish on everything, different culture. And anyway, they got better stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I got this adobo on thing. Hold up. Hold up. I got this adobo thing at the store. It be like skinny and like barely on tall, bro. I got this like a year ago. I'm not gonna lie. You see how big this thing is, bro, and then it costs a lot of money. I know it don't look big on the camera, but bro, I ain't gonna lie. They got better stuff over there. I'm not gonna lie. I hope she remember me, like, bro, because I'm out here like, bro, they got better stuff over there. I show her the store and everything. I hope she get on there. I hope they pay well over there too. I hope she do well for herself over there wherever she goes and everything. And because she said she applied at Walmart and she didn't hear nothing back, everything. I'll be like, bro, there's so many good people out here. It's just the corporations and everything, but I don't know a lot of stuff about it to actually speak on the stuff and everything. You know, I'm that guy to be like, I work for one of them and they was, well, I work for a couple though. You got Amazon and everything, FedEx and UPS. It was a short time at UPS. It wasn't a long time, but I'm talking about like a week top. I think we only last for a week top. A week. Yeah, 1 week top. I was like, bro, nah, yeah. But yeah, that it was like everybody got their different opinion, because some people can like retire from that place and be like, that was the best place I ever worked there for all my years. That's some people, but not all people will agree like that. You can say like, even I was young when I was working. Well, I was like 19. I don't know how old I was, but and you can say like different things like, man, this was a different experience for me. But for me, 9 to 5 ain't it. But if you gotta do it, find a good 9 to 5. You know, hey, it's good ones out there if you really look. And it's sometimes you seem like you're not qualified for it, but if God qualify you, you qualify for anything, bro. You can get into anything for real, but I say, all right, where I mess it, because I just learned this today when I was talking to my brother when I was walking around the track. With the job I was trying to go for, when what's that thing called? Secure. Nah, it was you know, keeping the inmates and everything. What, Rick Ross and everything, but it was a blessing from God. But this is where it got twisted and turned into the devil on stuff and everything. When I first got offered the job position, I was thinking about not the money, but I was thinking about how many people I can help. You know, in the situation, actually talk to them, actually like be able to, actually to be able to help them and to bring them around, like to help. Like I was all he was telling me all this different other stuff. I was like, man, I can help people and everything and do this. All right, and then I start getting wrapped up in it. Like, man, I'm gonna be making a lot of money, $25 an hour, and then overtime. They get overtime crazy out there. You telling me I'm not gonna be? Boy, I was already had the stuff on my phone like what I'm gonna buy. Had stack of boxes of ammo and water guns. I was going to buy. Read between the lines, but I was like, I had all this stuff I was gonna buy. It turned from I didn't even think about helping people after that point because I saw what they did behind the scene. You might have it was like it was chill, but you might have some breaking incidents. But everybody was cooped up in one room basically doing nothing. And I was like, man, that's all you gotta do. I do that I would just do that. But at the same time, it turned from me want to help people to more so I'm gonna buy me an Asa TV. I'm gonna buy me some clothes. I'm gonna get me some it turned into that. It turned into that. And then so that was probably took me a minute, but the lesson out of that what's it called, doing that type of stuff and everything, you will reap some awards and everything stuff. But at the same time, you can't lose on the reason why you got into it. Can't lose none of that stuff like why God you ask God to use you, He using you, but now you're looking just for the benefits of the loot and the rewards and everything, the praise and everything. No, you can't. So that's where I messed up at with the security. The inmate, I keep on forgetting it, but on the inmate's job, I messed up from looking at it as helping people to I'm gonna get that dirt bike that it was one of them dirt bike. It was very fast, and I'm gonna get a whole. This gonna change my life for the better. But I was like, hey, I'm glad I learned it. Like I'm looking back at some of the stuff and everything. I'm still trying to get better at being grateful for the things I got. Like for you, for example, I'm grateful for you. Every time I hop on the stream, I'm grateful to see somebody join my stream. So I'm happy and grateful for that. Actually, but more when I think about other stuff and everything, it's like little stuff and everything. I was wearing there they are. I was wearing these for a very long. When I started at Kroger, they first was a joke, just for people to leave me alone and everything. And I was like, yeah, leave me. These are leave me alone and jokes type of things on some Black Forces. But they end up turning into my everyday work shoes because I didn't have the resources to get me more shoes like I used to do. I used to buy like Yeezys and everything. I wanted like a whole lot of Yeezys and everything. These I haven't bought like no Yeezys or nothing in a long time, but I was wearing these for a very very long time. And I remember a lyric I made a long time ago. It was like I'm gonna be running in the same shoes before it was something. But the craziest thing that last lyric I wrote like for a long time ago, it still played in my head because when I had these on, I'm telling you, like these things, like water was coming in and they were squeaking. It was a bad thing, bro. But I wore them and everything. Didn't have nothing else to wear. Or because at work, them Yeezy, I be dumping water out and they got hose all through it and the stuff wouldn't last. But I got blessed with some New Balance running shoes and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, because I ran in some Air Force on them, bro. I swear every corner I hit, they hurt. Everything I hit when I went running around there, and then I got blessed with these and everything. I wear them every day. I'm not gonna lie to you. The best thing ever. But at what I'm trying to get to was like stuff I'm being like I'm slowing down, but more stuff I'm noticing to be grateful for, and everything. Like half of this stuff I wouldn't have without God, cause like this, like like in the time of the stuff I was saving up for this right here, it was Black Friday, you know, around December type of time, Cyber Monday and everything. I was just saving up and say, well, yeah, I was saving up for it and everything. And this was like a pipe dream, what I could not reach and everything. That's what I was thinking. Because like before the job I had before, the sky was the limit. Because how them checks was hitting, the sky was the limit. The sky, it was no limit on my. It was some limits on like I couldn't get no $20,000 change. It was some limits on me. But while I was working with the resources I had now, it was more so like at Kroger. It's not. My checks was like because 15. I did have a pay raise on like 15.65, but hey, how I look at it is better than nothing. Because it's like, yeah, it's better than nothing. You gotta be grateful for it. But God helped me. He helped me a lot. He helped me save up. Here, I'll show you. You can't judge my room. I ain't gonna lie. I'll show you on the PC, but you can't judge my room, bro. Like for real, I don't have nothing. I'm gonna spin you around so fast, but you can't judge my room. Alright, so I would not have it took a minute for me to get on these type of stuff and everything. I did try to spin it fast, bro. I got a TV dinner set up, like a TV dinner table and everything. And what's it called? You know, I got some. I went running earlier. You can't judge me on that. My body was torn up, and you know, you know how it be, bro. Your body tore up. You got your bed right there next to you. It's not. It just got. I need to clear it. I ate some oranges and everything. I still got watermelon right there. I got some popcorn and everything. Some water. But yeah. I'm just being like, I'm slowing down more, and I'm realizing more to be grateful. This computer, I would not be able, like, my mom, I'm not going props to my mom too, because she helped me out with, like, if I would have had it in my account, it would have been more harder to save. So I'd be like, I'd take it out and I give her the money, and then I give her the money and give her money. I can't touch it because it's in a jar somewhere in her room. And then I would say, but when I got to this one part, I was like, I said, because the one PC, I was like, it was only like 1,000 and I think 700 and something. But I kept on clicking on it, like I was researching and clicking on it. I'm not good at like all the computers and everything, like what was good on it and everything, but I was trying my best, because in school, like, you know how you had them typing classes and everything. Oh my god, I wasn't like computer's not my built quality and everything, but I had to learn. I really had to learn stuff like this, like you know, with the OBS and everything. I got Streamlabs and everything. I paid the year thing where I don't have to worry about it and everything. I got all the features on stream and everything. But before, I was like, I think I paid for the Streamlabs, and then I couldn't figure it out, so I went to OBS and I tried to figure it out. I was having problems, and when I was staying up on late nights just trying to figure out this one thing, praying, God, can I figure out? And then after a while and stressing and everything, figure it out, I was happy and everything. But part of me was like, I can't. I paid $150 for what's it called, Streamlabs. I gotta figure it out. That's $150, bro. I can't just. That's bro. I don't care, but I had to figure that out. And like later on, slowly, I figured it out and everything. Because I did pray in most of them moments and everything. I did pray a lot of them moments. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, but yeah, I would just it's like slowing down, just being grateful for the things I have and everything. I might not have what I nah not I don't even want to look at it like that, because what I do have is a lot, and I gotta gotta remember that's a lot for me, because I did grow up. You know how everybody's bad, man. I grew up with nothing. Nah, them real stories. It's like but you gotta be. I wanna be authentic. You know what I'm saying, with it and everything. Like yeah, I actually went through some stuff, and everybody go through stuff, but what's it called? I would have never got through it without Yeshua, Yahweh, Holy Spirit. I would have never got through it without them. So I give them props and everything. I didn't know I still had the sticker on this, bruh. When I was looking at it, because I was looking at this on here, right here, I was like, why is it shining like that? And then when I peeled it off, I said, oh wow, it's supposed to come off. Alright, but nah, it's just like, it's the little stuff for me. When it's more so little stuff, it's like, it's just like, because he was telling me he can't bless me with more if you're not grateful with what you have. And like slowing down, like today when I looked over here and my brother was telling me like stuff to like actually look at the sceneries and everything and be grateful of the moments and everything. I was like, now I'm just thinking of it more, and then I'm looking at the stuff I do have and everything. It's like, you know all that stuff, you be like, yeah, I got this, I'm grateful for it, and then that voice to be like, not even voice, it'd be like your flesh, it just be like, yeah, but I still don't. Nah, try. I'm like, for both of us, I don't know if you do it, but for me, I'm gonna try to learn how to not even bring up the stuff I don't have, and just be like, just reminisce on the stuff I do have, and reminisce on the stuff I got. Because like, because I be like, I got the stuff and everything, but it still want more. That's that greed. I gotta knock that greed. Like, I gotta hit that greed in his mouth and be like, be grateful of this stuff and everything, bro. It's like, it was a point at this time I did not have. It was a pipe dream, and I did not see myself streaming. I like, after a while when I seen it, because I saw clips and everything, I was like, man, this is cool and everything. But when I first started streaming, I was streaming like video games, Call of Duty, because I like playing Call of Duty and like video games. But when I was on there, I don't know if I told you, but when I was on there, I just kept on cussing. I playing the game in my name. I put a funny name on there, Cornbread on there. But I was just cussing. I was just doing some. Some stuff like, all right, after the guy put you through this whole season and everything, and he anoint you and everything, he doing all this, and he said, all right, now go out there and do your thing and everything. I was doing like music still. Like, I get into music thing in a minute. I still do music, but it's like, I don't know, I still do it, but man, I gotta say, when I'm starting to slow down more. I'm starting to slow down, and I'm starting to just remember. I just remember the things I got and the things I do have, and then off of that topic, from showing love to like spending time with family, like showing being genuine with, oh man, y'all know what I was saying. Bro. I messed up on the word, but hey, you know what I was trying to say. But but actually like spending time with, I know like we all busy and everything, everybody busy, but if you ever get that person on your mind and everything, but you gotta be careful with some and everything. But if your heart, I don't know, you just like spend time with some of your folks and everything. Spend time and everything. I say this is a good game to play. you gonna have to like you don't have to play it, but this a very good game to get involved if you trying to spend time with them, have funny moments and everything. Let me pull this bad boy out. Best game ever, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Best game ever. Hey, bro. No, I ain't gonna lie. Look. When I say I was like, we was playing on that one Uno, that team Uno. Oh, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It got heated so fast in there. All right. It was me, my mom, and her clientele. All right. And she was like, we was playing it. And they was teamed up, and I was teamed up with across there, and we was playing it, and we was doing that and everything. I got out, he was still in, because like when you playing teams, one person get your teammate get out, but he got to get out to win the game. But if they put a draw 4, it's like a draw 4, like you get your teammate get 2 cards and you get 2 cards. You got out, but that how you can pull them back in the game. And we was doing that, and then they was trying to help themselves and everything. And it went into cheating mode and everything, because my mom was like, play this card, and then he had like a skill and a draw 2 and everything, and then but every time he got to like one card, I was like, Uno. Everything, you gotta draw 2. You gotta draw 2 now. You can't go back. Nah. And my mom was getting heated. She was getting heated, and she was here like, because we played the game like, all right, if we add a rule for we can like stop cussing, because like when I say N-word or something like that, I'm trying my best to learn how to stop cussing outside of streaming and in streaming. But when I say in the game, we what's called the Holy Spirit, Yeshua, they actually came up with this, because when I called them, because we was cussing so much, and then when I heard somebody cussing there I didn't expect, it kind of hurted my heart, but I couldn't really say judge it, because I was one like cussing from the beginning. So after we did that everything, I said she already knew where I was going with it. She said yeah, everything, yeah. And then it was like from there, if you cuss, you gotta draw like 2 or 4 cards and everything. And then that's when after that, so when we was playing that the teams thing, boy, she was flaming up. I saw it, because every time dude kept on getting 1 card, I say, Uno, you gotta draw 2. You gotta draw 2. And she was looking at me like, N-word please. I was like, you gotta play the game, bro. And then when they pulled me back in, and then that's when because she was looking, she was helping him with the cards and everything. That's when I said, because when you reverse it, you can like, it's a reverse like to your teammates, seeing you say what color you want to pick. Man, I went like this. I had a draw 4. I was like, I was good, but I was saying like, what color do you have? My mom, I swear to God, my mom looked at me like, I said, she looked at me, she said, you can't do that. I went like, you was doing it with him? So you saying I can't help my teammate? I'm just asking what color he got. I kid you not. My mom was heated. I'm talking about she was skinning, like, she was looking at, like, she wanted to swing, she wanted to punch me in my mouth. I was like, I'm just helping, I'm helping my teammate at this point. So what color do you have? And he said yellow. I said, color gonna be yellow. She was mad. I ain't gonna lie, she was mad off of that. And I was like, all right, let's get to playing. And then that's when she was like, all right, y'all want to do that? And then it's this card thing where, all right, so say I put a yellow 7, it got a card next to it, like going. It's like, it just basically like, if you got anything like my teammate, if he got a blue 6 or blue 5, you put it on down and everything, and then yeah, and it keep going around. All right, after she did that, I was like, bro, that's when because I kept on every time dude he dropped his card, he kept on getting trying to say Uno. I was like, bro, I did not let him have the But after she was cussing, because she was like, when she got out and I was helping, I said, all right, it's just them two, just let them play it out, let them undo it. And she was trying to help. She said, she looked at me and she was like, N-word please. And then I went like, every time he got to one card, Uno, hey, everything I said, you gotta draw two. You gotta draw two. My mom, hey, I swear my mom, she was stopping, she was looking, she was like, and then that's when the cards, that's when I saw a draw 4 in the cards. Because every time dude draw on her team, what's it called, he get lucky hand. Lucky, I'm talking about draw 2. Because when I saw that, he had a draw 2 on, like a draw 2 at it. I just gave it to him. And because she looked at me, she said, give it to him. Go on, give it to him. Don't try to cheat. And I went like, here, bruh. And then what's it called, that's when I saw a draw 4 in there. And then I switched it. I promise you I switched it and everything. And then I went like, I showed my teammate, I flipped, I hit him with the, and then because everybody, and then I slid the card right there. I'm back on top. My mom saw the whole thing. And then what's it called, that's when I went like, after he put down a card, he drew from the thing. This was the final straw at this point. He drew from the, the deck. He basically, after I showed him the card and everything, bro went like, but bro went like, ooh. Ooh. I mean, after I showed him, I went like, because I was like, I got out so many times and everything. And after I showed him, I put it back on the deck. He pulled from there. Ooh. And then my mom said, I know you're not going to say ooh after he put that right there. I said, what? And she was like, no, I know you not. Ain't no way. I just saw you put that card on top of the deck. I said, well, Mom, I was like, I don't know what you talking about. She said, nah, she told dude to put his cards down and everything. And they was there, she was just, because I said, because when you put that draw 4 down, it don't matter if your team got out or not. On that draw, you got your teammate. Both of y'all got to draw 2. And then she was just cussing up stuff. I said, Mom, you cussing, so you got to draw some more cards. Come on now. She was heated. I'm talking about she was heated, brother. She was heated. She was heated in that moment. Uno can make you like I played it with my middle brother, and when I played it with him. Because he said I don't even like playing Uno like that no more. And then what's it called? I didn't see it at the time, but when say alright, he had like, I don't know, we're gonna say he had like 2 cards left. He was playing with us, and then he went like, he put down his card. When he put down his card, I said Uno. When I said Uno too, when he had one more and everything, bro got mad, and he was like, he looked at me. He told me like later on after he cooled down and everything, he said, I want to hit you in your mouth.